Hi, Carlotta. Well, it's the big day. Here we are, ready to head out with Carl.
How exciting! I can't wait to hear what Mr. Paradoxus has to say to you.
Carl. All right, let's head out.
I'm so excited. The end of our homeless zombie problems is near at hand.
Yes, and we'll get a great vacation up the coast as well.
I wonder why Mr. Paradoxus wrote his book in a language that nobody can read.
Well, maybe he wanted us to have to go and visit him.
I guess we'll find out soon. Hey, what's that up ahead? It looks like police activity. I wonder if there was an accident.
Hello, officer. What's the problem? Was there an accident? No, there's no accident. The road is closed. Then why are you closing the road? Why do you have a roadblock up? There's an illness. An illness? Yes, there's a serious illness going around and the town is closed. What do you mean the town is closed? You can't close the town. Have you ever heard of something called the Constitution of the United States? Oh, you must be one of those white supremacists always talking about the Constitution. And you must have had your head knocked sideways. Did you realize that you took an oath to the Constitution in order to do your job? Well, you can't leave the town and that's that. That's illegal, sir. What are you going to do about it? I don't know, but you're committing a crime by blocking us from traveling. Besides, what is this illness? I haven't seen anything. Well, people are getting sick and it's very contagious. I'm not sick. Doesn't matter. Can't leave town. Now look here. Keeping sick people in is quarantine. Restricting the movement of healthy people is tyranny. You can't do it and you can't close the town. Ha! You better turn around right now before we arrest you. Hey, that guy just went through. Why did you let him through and you're closing the road for us? Well, he's injectionated. What do you mean injectionated? If you go and you get yourself an injection, then you can freely travel. This sounds very fishy to me. Well, I don't care how it sounds. You're just gonna have to go home. Come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
What happened that you're home again so soon? You couldn't have gone there and visited him and come back already.
Oh, we had a problem.
What was it?
Well, let's go inside and talk.
So can you tell me what happened?
Well, the police stopped us.
What do you mean the police stopped you?
They set up a roadblock. They said we couldn't leave town because there's an illness going around.
What illness?
Yeah, I know. We've never heard anything about it before. I find it very strange that this just suddenly happens the moment that we decide to leave town.
Why can't you leave town?
Well, they said we're locked down and we're not allowed to travel outside the city borders, which is totally illegal, of course.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Well, first let's call Mr. Paradoxus and see if he'll let us have a meeting with him over the phone or maybe on a Zoom call. Well, hello, Ben. Are you close by? Are you near my house? No, I'm afraid not, Mr. Paradoxus. We had a problem. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you have a breakdown? No, the police wouldn't let us go out of town. They say there's an illness and that there's a lockdown.
Ah, yes. Well, so it begins.
What do you mean by that, so it begins?
Well, it's a long story, I'm afraid, but suffice it to say that the problem that you're having with zombies in your town is merely the tip of the iceberg. There's much more that you need to be worried about, but I'll have to tell you that later.
Well, the problem is we can't get to your house, so we're just wondering if we could talk to you on the phone or have a Zoom call with you.
Oh, no, that would never do. If you want to know how to undo the zombie curse, you're going to have to meet me in person, face to face.
Well, how are we gonna do that? We can't get out of town.
Oh, Ben, you're a clever bunch. I've heard your stories. You'll figure out a way to get here.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, I've got an idea. My friend Danny is a four-wheel drive enthusiast. He says there's a dirt road that goes through the forest that connects to the highway outside of town. It's a four-wheel drive road, pretty rough, but he's willing to drive us through there and all the way to Professor Paradoxus' house.
Bingo! Well, here we go. I hope the road is clear and not blocked by any impassable obstacles along the way. Hey, there's a police officer in that thing.
Don't worry, I've got it covered.
Oh my god, I'm having fun. I cannot recall ever having such a pleasant encounter with the police.
Hang on, I think I see a problem up ahead.
What is it?
Let me get out and look. Oh no, it's a military roadblock up ahead. Well, can we rush past them? No, they've got a barbed wire contraption blocking the road. They've got machine guns. Well, what are we gonna do?
I've got an idea. I always bring tools with me to clear their way if there's an obstacle. So I have my axe and I have my chainsaw. We'll just cut a new road through the forest and we'll get out of here.
Cut a new road? How long is that gonna take? A month?
No, it's pretty fast. We're just gonna have to trim a few trees and bushes as we go. You'll see.
Cool! Now we can get through the forest. So let's get right to the point. How do we undo this zombie curse, and how did you come about to write the book, anyway?
Well, it began a few years ago after I lost my professorship and moved here and decided to become a forest shaman. I was sitting in my garden one morning and...
What the hell is that?
Oh, where did you come from?
I'm here to share some important news with you.
What news?
There are some things about to happen in the world. Very significant things.
Such as?
Such as an evil sorcerer with a plot to take over the world.
Oh no, that's not the vibe that we have up here. Here we have healing with crystals, and here we have ascended masters living inside the earth under Mount Shasta. Not evil sorcerers.
Pearson, you're a very important person and you're going to help save the world. Now, listen to what I've got to say to you.
So, the first thing I need to convey to you is that what is happening in your town is only the beginning. Their plan is to have this continue across the nation and around the world.
Who is they? What is the plan? I mean, we've figured out certain parts of it. We've found that there's a zombie king organizing the forest pirates and that there's a plot that goes through all the non-profit organizations and the local government and church on up to the Vatican. But we don't know who's at the top of it and what the ultimate goal is.
Yes, well, back of it all is Dr. Evil.
Oh, hell, let's just do what we always do. Hijack some nuclear weapons and hold the world hostage.
He's been working for decades on a plan to take over the world. The plan has many parts, and thus you've seen the multiplication of problems in your town. First, the homeless camping everywhere, then the homeless turning into zombies, then the forest pirates stealing things from your town to sell in the forest, the generation of more zombies, the blue pilling of the general populace so they are lulled into complacency, the infiltration by Dr. Evil's henchmen, such as Severus Snape and the Zombie King, of key spots in government and non-profits, and now the illness, which itself is rather benign. But the cure to the illness is quite deadly, and Dr. Evil's plan is to take out 90% of the world's population. Oh, help me, I'm feeling weak. Then, have no fear. Just as I've been chosen by the powers of the good to convey important information, likewise you and your friends have been chosen to carry out these plans. There are powerful beings allied with you to help you succeed. Remember that always. Now, Dr. Evil's entire plan is based on a zombie curse. This curse not only produces zombies, but also produces all the other phenomena, such as the gaining compliance of the populace and the compliant government figures and the police. Now, once the curse is undone, all of that breaks apart. Now, to undo this curse, you will have to travel a far distance. But isn't that always the case with important quests? So, where do we have to go? The first place you'll go is to a castle in Hungary belonging to one Count Gogol. There you'll obtain a key, a very important key. It will open a box in another location. you'll take that key and go to the pyramids in Egypt, to a particular tomb of a long-dead king, and you will find a box that the key opens. It will contain a special treasure and instructions to use it. Finally, you'll need to bring these to the right person, someone to whom you will be guided, who will be able to use them to undo the curse. Any questions? Oh, I never would have thought that calling the police about a nasty man camping in front of my house would lead to me traveling around the world to save the nation. Me either. Now, I'm going to give you 3 magical tools to use on your quest, because, well, doesn't every perilous journey require magical tools? The first is a potion which can create an invisibility shield around you, can make you and your group invisible.
I see them. Put it on.
This can only be used 3 times.
Whoa! My body's gone. I know what that is. That's an invisibility cloak.
The second is a magical telescope which can reveal whatever you seek in any direction, even if behind things or underground. The third is a magical transporter device which can instantaneously move you to another location up to 10 miles away. Now, it is quite possible that other magical people, devices, and methods may become available to you as you embark on this adventure. Because, given the forces arrayed against you, my friends, and how small your band, and how modest your means, you will need every bit of help that you can get. But I have been given to convey to you that all the good in the universe is aligned with your success.
We are ever so grateful to you, Pearson, for all the help that you've given us, and we hope to keep in touch with you as we continue on our journey. I think we should go to the airport closest to where we are now, because if we go back to Kumbaya, they're probably going to try to block us from leaving at the airport.
Good idea. Let's head over there. It's only about 50 miles away. I think this is the line for the tickets to Hungary. Yes, can we have 4 one-way tickets to Hungary?
Oh, just a minute. I have to check something.
Yes, we're having a security issue at counter 4. The 2 rabbits and the cat and the red panda.
Security needed immediately. Counter 4, yes, we have a security threat. Counter 4.
Quick, hide behind the ticket counter. Here come some soldiers.
Let's get out of here quickly. How are we going to get back to the forest? The military has probably swarmed it by now.
Well, I brought a drone along so we can use the drone to see where they are in the forest and see if we're going to be able to drive back.
Why are we heading back to town when it's entirely... I don't know, we're not going to be able to get out of there. How in the world are we going to get from there to Hungary?
Don't worry, I've got a plan. Our secret scientists have been working on another invention. Will get us out of the city and out of the country. I think you'll be amazed. Well, let's put the drone up and see if we can see where the military is in the forest. Yes, it's as I suspected. There's a military vehicle on the road that we cut through the forest. are more military vehicles further in. I think it's hopeless.
Isn't that Bergschrund Basin State Park across the highway from the forest that we went through?
Yes.
Well, why don't we call Bruno and find out if he knows a way through there? He's very familiar with the state park.
Okay, let's try it. Hi, Bruno. It's Ben and the gang. And we have a little problem. We are stuck outside the city. The police have set up a barricade and they won't let us through, and we're not able to get through the forest because it's full of military blocking the road. Do you have any idea if we can get through Bergschrund Basin Park back to town? Oh, you got yourself in big pickle, huh? Yeah, there is a way you can get back in town. It's not going to be easy, but, see, they want to come back to the town when it's all shut down. You can't get out again. You might as well stay out, right? No, it's a little more complicated, Bruno, but we'll tell you about it when we get back. But we've got a plan, don't worry. So how can we get back through the park? Well, I can float you down the river. You show up at Hobart's Put-in, by the lake, and boom, they load you up on the float and get you into town. Welcome, everyone. We've got some exciting news to report. We're now headed in a completely new direction. First, I want to report on our successful work of plan number 11 of our 12-point plan, pizza delivery. This plan changed from what we'd originally intended based on our new information. After learning about how most of the townspeople had been blue-pilled and unable to notice what's going on in front of their noses, we developed a plan to bake and deliver very special pizzas. Pizzas containing a red pill antidote. Now, our scientists determined that some of the townspeople are too far gone to recover, at least until such point as we are able to undo the whole zombie curse. But others still have a chance of recovery if they ingest red pills. Hence, we're baking pizzas to help save the town.
Oh, that's good pizza. Oh, wow, I feel weird. Oh, what the heck? What, my God! Whoa! I can see clearly now! Everything I believed in for the past several years has been a lie.
The next bit of news is of concern. It turns out that the zombie generating pods are not just in the forest. There are some strange zombie creatures being formed in the town cemetery, as Victor and Veronica discovered on their visit there this week.
Well, here we are. Let's go put the flowers on Grandma's tomb.
Well, let's go through the graveyard a bit and look around.
What are those things?
I don't know, let's open the door.
Oh my God, what is that?
Let's get out of here.
to do about it?
Well, it just makes it all the more urgent that we undo the zombie curse. Pronto. And so, some very good news on that front. We visited Pearson Paradoxus, and he told us exactly what we need to do. There's good and bad news there. The good news is that we do know exactly what to do, and he gave us magical tools to help us. The bad news is that we have to travel halfway around the world to get this done, but the criminals that we have for government won't let us out of town and won't let us board any airplanes.
What are you going to do? And what about this illness? Did Pearson say what that was about?
Yes, Pearson explained it. It's a strange malady called a sheeppox. And as you might have expected, the people with the biggest sheep brains are the most susceptible to it.
Hey everyone. So I've had a lot of people reaching out and asking how I'm doing with the sheeppox and how I'm feeling. So far I'm feeling really good. I'm, eating all the nutritional food that the government keeps telling me to eat. See what happens. Thank goodness. It could be so much worse if I didn't already have 5.
Mr. Paradoxus told us it's mostly harmless, just producing some temporary sheep symptomology. But it scares these sheep people, so they're all rushing to get injectionated.
So does that help them?
No! The injectionations have poison in them and can cause many diseases and even death.
So they're planning to kill us with their cure?
Exactly. And those who refuse the injectionations eventually will not be allowed out of town, will be fired from their jobs, will not be allowed in grocery stores, and the government is even planning to seize their bank accounts.
Illegal!
Well, the government hasn't been reluctant to do all manner of illegal things for the last couple years, if you've noticed. With enough blue pilling of the populace, they can get the majority of the public begging them to ship us all to camps and exterminate those who refuse to be injectionated. So our work to undo the curse and put an end to all of this is quite urgent, as you can see.
How will you get out of town?
Well, fortunately, our scientists at the secret lab downtown had already been working on a new invention for a few months now, which turns out to be very synchronistic given the needs we presently have. They have developed a couple of airships. How are those airships going? Are they done yet? Yes, we got them done. Why don't you come out to Rebecca's ranch and we'll show you. We'll give you a tour. Wow, these are amazing. How do they work?
They're powered by the Earth's electromagnetic force. In other words, Nikola Tesla's free energy. You can steer them with simple controls to go up, down, forward, reverse, and side to side. They travel at speeds up to 200 miles an hour, and they have radar deflecting properties, so they cannot be detected by any radar. One of them is armed with cannon-style weapons. They both have invisibility shields that can be activated and last up to 3 hours. Each of them carries 2 to 3 passengers plus cargo. We estimate you could travel from here to Hungary in 60 to 70 hours, or about 3 days. The air floats are made of a titanium alloy and are nearly impervious to damage, such as by bird strikes or small projectiles.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited. Can we leave tomorrow?
Sure, everything is set for your trip.